A duologue is where we find two people on stage talking to each other. In this one, Hamlet and Ophelia are seen for the first time on stage together in the play. Ophelia has come back to return Hamlet's gifts, while Polonius, her dad, spies on them in secret.
Are you honest?
My lord.
Are you fair?
What means your lordship?
That if you be honest and fair, you should admit no discourse to your beauty.
Could beauty, my lord, have better commerce than with honesty?
Aye, truly, for the power of beauty will sooner transform honesty from what it is to a bawd than the force of honesty can translate beauty into his likeness. This was sometime a paradox, but now the time gives it proof. I did love you. Once.
When you're looking at any interaction between two characters or a confrontation like this one, there are a few key things that you can look for to help you better understand the relationship between the two characters. The first thing that we can look at is shared language. With shared language, you could see if the characters are repeating things or how keyed in they are to each other. The second thing that we can look at is questions and answers. With questions and answers, you can find out whether or not the characters are engaged with each other or if they're avoiding each other. The third thing that we can look at is status. Status helps you find out which character is controlling the story and which character is driving the narrative.
Honesty comes from me to her and her to me, and then and then I use it back against her as a weapon.
Yeah.
Are you honest?
My lord.
Are you fair?
What means your lordship?
That if you be honest and fair, you should admit no discourse to your beauty.
Could beauty, my lord, have better commerce than with honesty?
Aye, truly, for the power of beauty will sooner transform honesty from what it is to a bawd than the force of honesty can translate beauty into his likeness.
I think it's so ironic that in a scene which we're both trying to talk about truth and honesty, and neither of us is being honest. Neither of us is being truthful. Neither of us is actually talking about what I think we're going around in a little kind of in weird circles. It's strange.
There's some sort of style of language that you use as well. What's that little section there?
If you be honest and fair, you should admit no discourse to your beauty.
Could beauty, my lord, have better commerce than with honesty?
Yeah,
it's almost as if we're trying to keep each other at arm's length, almost as if we're trying to keep things civil.
Yeah, there's a formality to something that's actually a very direct and intimate accusation.
Using that language against each other or picking up and hearing little things, and we do it anyway, we do it all the time. Politicians do it. You notice in interviews when people are talking, they'll use their own rhetoric against them, and it's really, they're both very smart.
He lays a trap for her, doesn't he? Because she's like such weird questions in like a very like normal conversation, just like really kind of abstract big questions like, what do you think about your honesty, and what do you think about your like it's a trap. And
it's just so weird if you go up to someone and you go, are you an honest person? I mean, do you think you're good looking?
Though,
yeah.
Just like, what do you meant to?
It's quite good because it's quite unsettling. If someone asks you a question, your process of your answer to that question involves you thinking that question through. So I think like when you ask me a question, I like no matter how quickly and how split second it is, I am repeating that question. Are you honest?
Am I honest, my lord?
My lord, are you fair?
Am I fair? What means your lordship?
What means your lordship? That if you be honest and fair, you should admit no discourse to your beauty.
Sometimes I wonder why, when I come in and I ask him his question, he answers it, though he doesn't answer it truthfully, he does answer it. But when he asks me my questions, I avoid or I evade. I answer his questions with questions.
Whenever you have arguments, it seems to always be a point scoring kind of blame game thing. And like, this seems very much you did this, or I did this, or I did this. And those are actually such important words in order to put the emphasis behind an argument. Are you honest?
My lord.
Are you fair?
What means your lordship?
That if you be honest and fair, you should admit no discourse to your beauty.
Could beauty, my lord, have better commerce than with honesty?
Aye, truly, for the power of beauty will sooner transform honesty from what it is to a bawd than the force of honesty can translate beauty into his likeness. This was sometime a paradox, but now the time gives it proof. I did love you once.
Indeed, my lord, you made me believe so.
Well, you should not have believed me. I loved you not. If you actually look at their relationship, or if you think about them as having an intimate relationship, having been in a couple, in a loving relationship, it's a very inappropriate way for someone to engage with someone. So there must be a reason behind that.
I think so,
And especially like the relentless repetition of it.
Because it happens again in a later scene,
Exactly.
my lord,
It
over
has to, like,
and
I
over.
think it's interesting if it is like a kind of,
I think so.
like, because like I imagine that would like if it was me, if I was a prince and my girlfriend kept on calling me prince.
Yeah,
It'd really anger me. It's really,
so annoying.
it's like that is so like formal in a very informal and what's meant to be an intimate relationship.
Yeah, completely. You never want to be reminded of who you are all the time.
Exactly, especially with, and I think that probably makes sense as to why when I come in and I say, good my lord, how does your honour for this many a day? When actually the last time I saw him, he was at his wit's end, and I come in really formal. It makes no sense. It makes complete sense that he would say, well, actually, thanks. Because obviously my question isn't, it's not intimate, it's not real.
Can we try it? Just like using those my lords and
As-
as a kind of like
dagger dig.
Good my lord, how does your honour for this many a day?
I humbly thank you. Well,
My lord, I have remembrances of yours that I have longed long to redeliver. I pray you now receive them.
no. Not I never gave you aught.
My honoured lord, you know right well you did.
But your status always comes from the other person, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Someone has to kind of give you, they endow you with that status.
So a
and
king
then-
can't come in and like be a king unless everyone else kind
It
of
treats them
Yeah,
like that way.
exactly.
Yeah. And like within text, I think that's interesting about that you might just read into something and go, oh, they're just saying my lord because he's literally my lord. But actually when you go, but what is it doing? Like what is that? Why are they repeating it so much? Why isn't he responding with the same? And you get it in lots of Shakespeare's, like someone calling someone sir and then them saying sir back and sir, and it becomes, as you say, like a weapon.